On today's episode, we try and figure out why Tesla can't sell cars in Texas. We look at the US Senate's new proposal for EV tax credits, more Plaid Model S news, a Tesla Pure Vision update. We're also going to find out how the Model Y handles towing a boat. We'll see how autopilot cameras caught a mass shooter, and we learn what happens when you drop cement blocks on a Model 3. Let's get going. Hey Elonites and Musketeers, welcome to the Tesla space where we share the latest news, rumors, and insights into all things Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk. So Tesla just encountered a Texas-sized problem in, well, Texas. When Giga Austin comes online this year and starts building cars, those Tesla cars will not be legally available for sale in the state of Texas. Why is that? It all comes back to a pre-existing law that has been around long before Tesla arrived. The original intent of this law was to protect franchised car dealerships from being undercut by manufacturers. The traditional system is that car makers like Ford sell their vehicles first to a franchise dealership that is privately owned, typically by some guy named Rick or possibly Jim. Either way, at that point, Rick turns around and resells those cars to the public at a marked up price. But what if Ford just started selling cars to the public for the same price that they sell them to the dealership? Well, Rick would be in bad trouble at that point. So Texas and some other US states wrote a law to prevent the automakers from selling direct to customer, thereby keeping Rick out of trouble. At its heart, the law is about protecting the little guy. It's not a bad law. But now comes along Tesla. They decided that selling cars to Rick so that he can turn around and sell them to people at a higher price is just a big waste of time and money. The internet is a thing now, so people can just buy whatever car they want on the Tesla website, and they don't have to listen to Rick's sales pitch on rust proofing. Then Tesla just sends the car to the customer, or at least somewhere close to the customer where they can go and pick it up. People are smart, they figure it out. Unfortunately, the Texas law does not allow for nuances like Tesla. It just says that all direct-to-consumer car sales are bad. Now, Elon, of course, knew about this law when he decided to build Tesla's second U.S. production facility in Austin, but he kind of just expected the Texas legislator to go ahead and modify the law for him. You know, seeing as he's now dropped billions of dollars on a new state-of-the-art manufacturing plant that will employ thousands of Texans and all. But for whatever reason, that was not the case. The Texas legislature meets once every 2 years for a period of 140 days, and May 31st was the last of those days. Obviously, the Elon Musk amendment never made it to the table within that time frame, and now the opportunity won't come again for 2 more years. It's basically the equivalent of Walker, Texas Ranger, kicking Elon square in the nuts. The Chuck Norris Walker, not the new guy. If someone can Photoshop that up for me, that would be awesome. I don't have the time right now. Anyway, it's a very unfortunate situation for Tesla. They can still sell cars to Texans. They've been doing it this whole time, but there are a bunch of hoops that need to be jumped through. The sale has to be processed in a different state where Tesla are allowed to sell direct. It makes for a bunch of weird paperwork and extra hassle. Then the car can't technically be delivered to the customer. They have to pretty much do a dead drop where they just leave the car somewhere and the buyer picks it up. Once Tesla starts building their cars in Texas, this becomes an even more ridiculous system because the car itself has to be shipped out of state for the sale to be legal. So if you live in Austin and the car is made in Austin and you want to buy it, then Tesla will first have to ship the car to Oklahoma, then process the sale in that state, then ship the car back to Austin and leave it in a parking lot for you to come get. That's not exactly the kind of streamlined efficiency that Tesla is known for. And that's obviously not the outcome that Elon was expecting here, and now he has a severe uphill battle to try and get this fixed. The only thing that can really be done at this point is for the governor of Texas to call a special session of the legislature specifically to debate this one topic, and that's not likely to happen, but make sure to follow this channel and we'll give updates on this mess as it unfolds. The United States Senate Finance Committee is looking to boost the electric vehicle tax credit to as much as $12,500 per car. The Clean Energy for America bill would introduce a new tiered system of government tax credits that would replace the old production-based credit system. So the $7,500 baseline credit remains for all electric vehicles bought in the United States, regardless of how many cars that manufacturer has sold or where the car is built. But if the car is built in America, then the tax credit bumps up to $10,000. And if the car is built in America by unionized workers, then the credit reaches a max of $12,500. The new tax credits will not be tied to vehicle production, but they will taper off over time. This is great news for Tesla as the highest selling EV maker in America. They were the first to lose their government tax credits entirely. It's been a long time since you could actually get the $7,500 rebate on a Tesla purchase, and that will now bump from $7,500 to $10,000 instead of the max of $12,500 since Tesla workers are not unionized. Hey, how about the Tesla Space newsletter? You signed up yet? Link in the description. Tesla have delayed their big Plaid Model S delivery event by a week, now being pushed to June 10th. Elon says that they are still tweaking the car and just need a bit more time to get it right. Elon did make sure to let us know that the new Model S feels like a spaceship, and its limbic resonance is beyond words. Basically, that's a spiritual hippie way of Elon saying that he's in love with the new Model S on an emotional level, and it's his new girlfriend now. Sorry, Grimes. Anyway, the delivery event, when it does finally happen, is shaping up to be something of a big deal. Elon says that it's going to be live streamed, so we're expecting there to be some kind of presentation and information session that goes along with unveiling the car. Maybe even some kind of a new announcement dropping. We don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully it will be worth the wait. If you don't feel like waiting to see a new Model S Plaid, then you can check out this full workaround video of it. The kid Andre D on YouTube just happened to stumble across a Tesla Model S Plaid charging up in a parking lot somewhere. Andre clearly knows his shit about Teslas. He gave a pretty thorough tour of the car. Obviously, the car looks pretty much the exact same as every other Model S that's been built in the last 10 years, but we can see a few subtle differences here. The door handles match the body color of this particular car, which I've never seen on a production Tesla before. It looks good though. You can also get that sense that the new car is definitely wider around the wheel arches. It makes the Model S look a bit more muscular and probably helps with stability at high speeds. Tesla announced last week that all Tesla Model 3 and Model Y vehicles manufactured from May 2021 onwards will no longer be equipped with radar sensors. This marks the beginning of the transition towards a camera-only, vision-based system for all of Tesla's Autopilot and full self-driving features. Unfortunately, for people taking delivery of the Model 3 and Model Y right now, that leaves them in a bit of a transitionary period as far as what features are available to them. Tesla wasn't able to just flip a switch and transfer everything over to vision. For now, at least with Autopilot engaged, the auto steer will be limited to a max speed of 75 miles per hour, and the minimum following distance between the car in front of you will be capped at a longer distance than before. The only safety feature that is disabled for now is the emergency lane departure avoidance, and that should be back soon according to Tesla. Also, the Smart Summon feature is temporarily disabled for full self-driving buyers, but that's more of a novelty than anything. The NHTSA have temporarily knocked down the safety rating of these Tesla models because of the switchover. That doesn't mean that they are unsafe or even less safe. It just means that NHTSA has never tested a car that didn't use radar for things like collision avoidance and emergency braking. So they have to run their tests on the new Tesla system before they can officially give it a rating. Along with these camera-based updates comes Tesla's new driver monitoring system. After weeks now of FUD from the media about Tesla Autopilot being too dangerous and having to hear over and over about that dickhead who just cruises in the backseat of his Tesla with no driver, the fix is finally here. Basically, the interior camera of all Tesla cars will now be watching during Autopilot sessions to make sure there is a person in the driver's seat and that they are looking at the road. Your car is now also your babysitter. You can thank the media establishment for that one. Ever been curious about just how much towing something with an electric vehicle will affect the range? Well, we've got some answers. The Tesla Model Y has always had the available option of adding a trailer hitch, but this is the first time I've actually seen someone tow something with a Tesla, and they've provided numbers on what exactly happens to the total range when you start doing this. Our Canadian brother Tesla Canuck on YouTube made this video breaking down his experience towing a 3,000-pound boat and trailer with his Model Y long range. We get a look at the Tesla factory trailer hitch system, which is pretty neat if you like to nerd out on this kind of stuff. We can see that it's integrated well into the vehicle. The hitch doesn't sit below the bumper. It actually comes through the bumper in a very clean design. And then we can see when you plug in the connection from the trailer for the tail lights, the Model Y recognizes that and automatically puts the car into tow mode, which is clever. Tow mode disables autopilot and auto steer, but does allow for adaptive cruise control. Tesla Canuck noted for us that the driving experience while towing with the Model Y was great, easy braking, easy acceleration, and much less sway due to the lower center of gravity in the Tesla. In terms of range loss, he found that by pulling 3,000 pounds, just 500 pounds short of the car's maximum capacity, he saw a 55% reduction in efficiency. So towing will knock your range down by around half. That's really good to know and a good thing to keep in mind for anyone who might be using this feature. So as far as shootings go, in the US at least, this spree only involved a BB gun and not the real thing. The story is still batshit crazy though. Since mid-April, about 100 cars in Southern California have had their windows shot out by a BB gun. It's been happening on the freeways. People are just cruising along and some passing car just starts shooting these little metal balls at them and cracking their windows. Obviously, that's a pretty messed up and terrifying experience, so this whole time, no one has really been able to give a proper description or the license plate number for the attacking car until they started shooting up a Tesla. The camera system on the receiving end of the BB gun assault was able to capture clear video of the suspect's red Chevy Trailblazer, and police caught the guy soon after and ended this madness. The BB gunner is being slapped with 3 charges of attempted murder for everyone in the Tesla, and they are trying to link him into the other 100 window smashing incidents as well. And I'm just sitting here wondering, when are people going to realize? Stop messing with Teslas. Ever wonder what would happen to your Model 3 if a pallet full of concrete bricks fell on it? Me neither, but here's your answer anyways. This couple in England had a terrifying experience when a load of bricks from an oncoming delivery truck came flying off the bed and straight into their car. The Tesla cam video is straight up terrifying. It all happens so fast. I don't know how much a pallet of concrete blocks weighs, but it's clearly heavy, and then multiply that by the velocity of a moving truck, and it's amazing that the Model 3 held up as well as it did. Both the driver and the passenger walked away with just minor cuts and bruises. The Tesla is obviously smashed, but the structure withstood the impact really well. A slight bend in the pillar, but not much. Most of the windshield held together and prevented a bunch more bricks from coming through into the passenger compartment. Hopefully nothing crazy like this ever happens to me, of course, but it is reassuring to know that my car can take a hit like a goddamn champion and keep me safe. If you enjoy this kind of Tesla news update, then I bet you would enjoy our weekly newsletter. We deliver all the updates on Tesla, SpaceX, Elon Musk, and of course Neuralink in a quick, fun, and easy to read package. Link to sign up is in the description below. It's theteslaspace.com. Once you sign up, be sure to check your promotions tab to make sure our emails are going to your main inbox. If you want to continue to learn about everything regarding Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we've got 2 more video options for you on the screen to check out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel for weekly content just like this.